Listen up, men. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's probably a woman in your life sending you signals that you're completely missing. While most guys get distracted by what women say, the smart ones pay attention to what women actually do. Today I'm breaking down 6 unmistakable behaviors that women reserve exclusively for men they genuinely love. Not find attractive, but truly love. These aren't games or mixed signals. These are the real deal. Before we dive in, understand this crucial truth. Women can fake interest, they can fake chemistry, they can even fake caring about your problems for a while. But genuine love? That shows up in actions that can't be manufactured or performed. Once you recognize these 6 patterns, you'll never wonder where you stand again. The first sign she loves you is this. She becomes your silent guardian when you're not around. Here's what separates real love from surface attraction. When a woman truly loves you, she becomes fiercely protective of your reputation, even when there's nothing in it for her. She'll shut down conversations where people criticize you. She'll defend choices you've made that others question. She'll even correct people who get basic facts about you wrong. This isn't about being possessive or controlling. This is about loyalty at the deepest level. Most women will stay neutral when others talk negatively about men they're casually dating. They might even join in if it makes them look good socially. But a woman who loves you, she can't help herself. Your name becomes sacred to her. Your reputation becomes part of her identity. Pay attention to this because it reveals something profound about female psychology. Women are naturally social creatures who value group harmony. For her to risk social friction just to protect your image means you've moved from being an option to being her priority. She's not defending you to impress you since you're not even there. She's doing it because attacking you feels like attacking part of herself. The second behavior is perhaps the most revealing. She starts planning her life around your success. When a woman loves you, your goals become her goals. Not because she's lost her independence, but because she genuinely wants to see you win. She'll adjust her schedule to support your important meetings. She'll research topics you're interested in so she can have meaningful conversations with you. She'll even make sacrifices to give you space to pursue your ambitions. Here's the key distinction. A woman who's just attracted to you might support you when it's convenient. But a woman who loves you will support you when it's difficult. She'll wake up early to make you breakfast before a big presentation. She'll stay up late to help you practice for an interview. She'll turn down social events that might interfere with your focus. This behavior stems from a fundamental shift in how she sees the relationship. She's no longer thinking in terms of what she can get from you, but what you can build together. Your success becomes her success because she sees a shared future. This is why women in love often become the most effective accountability partners and cheerleaders men could ask for. The third sign is subtle but powerful. She becomes emotionally exclusive before you're officially together. Most people think exclusivity starts with a conversation or commitment ceremony. But women who genuinely love you begin self-regulating long before any official discussion happens. She stops entertaining other romantic options. She pulls back from male friends who have ulterior motives. She starts declining invitations that might create jealousy or discomfort. This isn't about manipulation or playing games, it's about emotional honesty. In her heart, she's already chosen you, so continuing to keep her options open feels wrong. She might not even realize she's doing this consciously. You'll notice she becomes less active on social media, especially with posts that might attract attention from other men. She stops engaging with romantic comedies or songs that remind her of past relationships. This behavior reveals something crucial about how women experience love. For many women, emotional commitment happens gradually and often precedes physical commitment. By the time she's ready to have the exclusivity conversation with you, she's already been emotionally exclusive for weeks or months. The fourth behavior separates women who see potential from women who see forever. She actively works to understand and integrate into your world without losing herself. When a woman loves you, she doesn't try to change your core interests or pull you away from your passions. Instead, she learns how to appreciate and support what matters to you. If you're passionate about fitness, she doesn't complain about your gym schedule. She learns about nutrition and might even start working out herself, not to change who she is, but to better understand what drives you. If you're building a business, she doesn't demand constant attention. She asks thoughtful questions about your industry and celebrates your small wins along the way. The crucial element here is balance. She doesn't abandon her own interests or identity. Instead, she expands her world to include yours while maintaining her own boundaries and passions. This creates a beautiful dynamic where both people grow individually while building something together. This integration takes emotional maturity and genuine care. It's much easier to either completely absorb yourself in someone else's world or to demand they abandon theirs for you. A woman who loves you finds the third path: mutual growth and respect. The fifth sign is perhaps the most challenging to recognize. She sees your flaws and chooses to love you anyway. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't put you on a pedestal or ignore your weaknesses. She sees you clearly, acknowledges your imperfections, and decides you're worth it anyway. This isn't settling or compromising her standards. It's the mature recognition that love isn't about finding someone perfect, but about finding someone whose imperfections you can accept and even appreciate. She might call you out when you're being stubborn or lazy, but she does it from a place of wanting you to be your best self, not from frustration or disappointment. She understands that growth happens in relationships, and she's willing to be patient with your process while maintaining her own standards and boundaries. This type of love is rare because it requires emotional security and genuine care. Many people can love someone's good qualities, but it takes real love to embrace someone's struggles and still choose them consistently. The sixth and final behavior might be the most telling of all. She fights for the relationship rather than simply walking away when things get difficult. When disagreements arise, instead of shutting down or immediately threatening to leave, she engages. She wants to understand your perspective. She's willing to have uncomfortable conversations because she believes the relationship is worth fighting for. This doesn't mean she tolerates disrespect or abuse. It means she distinguishes between problems that can be solved together and problems that are deal breakers. When a woman loves you, she approaches conflict as something to work through rather than something to avoid or escape from. You'll notice she brings up issues not to criticize you, but because she wants to find solutions. She's invested in making things work long-term, which sometimes requires working through short-term discomfort. This approach to conflict reveals her commitment level and her belief in the relationship's potential. These 6 behaviors form a pattern that's nearly impossible to fake long-term. When you see multiple these signs consistently, you're not dealing with casual interest or temporary attraction. You're seeing genuine love in action. The key is consistency over time. Anyone can display 1 or 2 of these behaviors occasionally, but when a woman loves you, these patterns become part of how she naturally interacts with you. They're not performed for your benefit. They're expressions of how she genuinely feels. Understanding these signs serves 2 purposes. First, it helps you recognize when you're truly valued and loved, which can give you confidence to invest more deeply in the relationship. Second, it helps you distinguish between genuine love and surface-level attraction, potentially saving you from investing in someone who isn't as committed as they appear. Remember, true love is demonstrated through consistent actions over time. Words are important, but behavior tells the real story. When you find a woman who displays these patterns consistently, you've found something rare and valuable. Recognize it, appreciate it, and reciprocate it. If you've recognized these signs in your relationship, consider yourself fortunate. Genuine love is becoming increasingly rare in a world full of options and distractions. When you find someone who chooses you consistently through their actions, not just their words, you've discovered something worth protecting and nurturing. The question isn't whether love exists, but whether you're paying attention to how it actually shows up in real life. These 6 behaviors are love's true language. Learn to recognize it, and you'll never be confused about where you stand again.